Hey guys, welcome back to Bite the Book. Today we're going to take a look at January 30th and January 31st. The month is complete, and things are happening. Excuse me. I'm sure you heard about the whole coronavirus scares, news reports, things that are happening, people dying. I think that's going to be one of the bigger catalysts that push, the S&P down. Otherwise, I still see us moving up just from like a technical standpoint. There's still many lows we need to break before we're actually going down. The biggest high that we broke last year was the 300 or the 3,000, however you want to call it. All the way down here. Overall, I do think, we're on the way up. So as always, let's just take a look at our higher time frames and move down to the 5-minute. So January 30th, not much. Like over here, there was mad consolidation on the 4-hour. So we have a little line over here, and then also a low down here as well too. And it could be something over here as well too, where the traffic is. On the 1-hour, you see something a lot more unique. So between the 26th all the way to the 28th, that resistance again played resistance, and then it also acted as resistance that became support later in the day on the 30th. Then for the 31st, it didn't really, price didn't really care about that area. Up here at the resistance where we made new highs after making new lows on the 26th, 7th, and 28th, we barely broke it and then consolidated, and then we pushed down. Usually after consolidation, after making a new high, price would push up, but this wasn't the case. It was still a good $7 move, $8 if you're a really nice trader that you could have captured. So let's move down again, because again, I don't see much. If you're a nice trade over here, you could have caught a consolidation trade, right? As you can see, price stayed in between, $16 range, and you could have easily caught $5, $10, depending on the setup that you took. For me, just knowing that price came up here and came back down, I'd probably be looking for sells, but it would be really difficult to catch given how big these wicks are. Timing would be really, really important. So let's move to the 30-minute and then look at January 30th. January 30th, same idea. Market opened and pushed all the way up. I don't think I would be able to catch these buys, although it came up, $15. Maybe on the smaller time frame, I could see something, but it'll be harder, right? And even if I was to catch buys, it would be much better to wait for the structure to break versus getting in early. Then for the 31st, 30-minute, we just had a massive push down, right? We broke structure lows, and we continue pushing down. The biggest catalyst for this though was the whole coronavirus. I'm pretty sure on Friday there were news reports about a lot more people being infected, and some cases in the US, so that really had an impact on the market overall. For the 15-minute, let's see, 15-minute, again, it looks a bit more clear. On January 30th, right, we broke a high and consolidated over here for a bit. For me personally, I probably would have tried to take buys, and I might have been stopped out, right? So if I got over here after the close, I would have caught the $5, $6, so I think it would have been fine before it pushed all the way down. And then over here, by 3 o'clock, we made a new high finally again, and a wick, and then it continued pushing up, which is amazing, for another $20. For the 31st, same idea happened, right? On the 30-minute, we closed below. Why we closed below structure again, and we continued pushing down. Not to mention the whole coronavirus stuff. For me personally, if I were to take a trade, I would love to take it right here. But again, I would have been stopped out with the sells just because of how much this pulled back up. I think I'd be a lot more confident taking the sell back up here, just because, you know, it was wickless, just as over here, right? And then taking it again back down to at least this area for a $10 move, depending. Let's check out the 5 minute, and then we can end this session here. On the 5 minute, again, right, we had to push up. 5 minute over here doesn't look like too much consolidation, right? It just looks like a normal play. Over here is beautiful in the 5 minute, as well as over here too, and over here. So depending on how you play it, you know, there are many opportunities on the 5 minute. So, you know, once you've seen the close even above here, right, and the push up and the pull back down, right, you could have taken a trade. And if not over there, you would have gotten into it over here as well too. Alright, because even if you got in after this $2, $3 stop loss, you easily make $7 from that, just because of how high this big candle is, right? This candle is more than $6, and we could always assume that it's at least gonna fill the body and some, right? So again, there's at least a $10 move in there. 4-to-1 reward risk. And then even if you took it over here, same idea, right? $2, $3 stop loss, and again, same idea. Take it to the next structure high. Then for the 30th, so this was quite nice. Excuse me. So if you looked at this as a structure low, right? Price pull down, we have a little bendy over here, push down again, push down to a structure, came back up to bend, right? Here's another low where it bent up to, and then push down, and then it continued doing that for the last, how long was it doing this for? It was doing that for the last 2 hours of straight just bending back, pushing down, bending back, pushing down, which is amazing. But anyway, that's you know, pretty much the session. You know, it's really about, I think it's really about being patient and letting the chart do what the chart does. I feel like a lot of time, like in hindsight, you know, I probably could have caught these moves. Sometimes I can be a little impatient. I know that what day was it? I can't even remember what day it was. I think I talked about it already, but on the 28th, I took 2 trades over here already, 2 sells, and I completely hit my limits for the day. And it's like, if I waited, I could have had, you know, other opportunities, whether it be over here, like, there's so many opportunities in the market, right, in a day. I shouldn't exhaust everything before 10 o'clock happens, because look at this happened 10 o'clock, there were more opportunities, 10:30, another one, 11, right? Like, it kept going. So we just got to be really really mindful of that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any concerns, questions, tips, let me know in the comments below. And as always, risk on. Bye, guys.